is up, everybody? Welcome into episode 6 of Total Talk.
Glad to be back.
I didn't ask you if you're glad to be back yet. You gotta let me ask you if you're glad to be back before you tell me you're glad to be back.
Oh, okay.
But
well, I'm glad.
Since you brought it up, where the heck you been? Why am I doing all these episodes by myself?
Busy. I was off hunting lions or something like that.
Hunting lions?
No, I just.
Dude, you couldn't hunt a rabbit. You know, I think a rabbit would win. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe so.
Anyways, we're back out here in the cow pasture doing a little Toro talk. You know, there's so many things going to be coming down the line with the team and with the podcast and everything. You know, we're going to have a whole nother team come on board and do podcasts. I don't know if everyone knows this, but running a football team is a lot of work and very time consuming. And I'm still going to be coming on doing episodes every now and then, you know, try to do my thing. I still like doing this. I still like being in the podcast world. And sometimes I can still talk producer to coming out here and talk a little football with us. Today we're going to talk about some crazy things, mostly some schedules, some happenings we got going on with the team. We're going to talk a little bit about our public investment portion of the Toros and how it's doing, kind of go over that a little bit with everybody. And then we're going to do something real fun, very, very, very high-tech, very analytically. We're going to rank. You ready for this, people? We're going to rank. Well, I'm not ranking because I got to stay neutral, but producer's going to rank all 8 Continental Football League logos, which is weird. But we also are going to have another episode dropping this week. This episode is actually dropping early. We're dropping this on Monday. There'll be another episode dropping on Tuesday of Total Talk, and it's going to have our new, what we're considering our football guys, like our analytical football guy podcast. You're going to get 2 teams on here. You're going to get me and producer, a couple of idiots just basically talking about whatever the heck we want to talk about. And then we're going to have some football guys coming in, talking football stuff. It's going to be a very professionally done podcast. So we're going to be dropping all kinds of episodes. So just stay tuned for that. It's not going to just be in producer. We're doing everything we can do to bring you guys the best coverage we can of the Toros. You know, I am the managing partner and team president, so I pretty much got my fingers on the pulse on everything going on. Producer is running the snap count, www.sa.snapcount. We have 2 writers writing full-time plus producer running that. We got games over there. We got trivia deals over there. There's always going to be something going on at the SASnapcount.com. This week there's a article that dropped by our new writer, Jeff Garcia, which many guys maybe knew him from back in the day. He was a writer and did something with Kins 5, and he's been doing sports blog for years. He's coming on board with us, kind of being like a beat writer and doing things with us, going to be part of the team. And then, of course, we got our staff writer, Isaac, there, and, of course, producer there, too, doing stuff. So a lot of cool stuff going on there. It's the spot for Toros and Continental Football League news. We're going to cover all of it. SA Snap Count's not Toros specific, although, you know, obviously it's going to be a Toros flair on it, but it's also going to cover the league as a whole. So check all that out. But, producer, you ready to get going?
Yeah, let's take a look at some of the stuff coming up.
All right, before we get going too much further, we're going to take a second to thank our partners, South Texas Spine and Surgical Hospital and Complete Care. You know, they are on board not only with the podcast, but they are on board with the team. Little back end information. South Texas Spine and Surgical Hospital are actually providing our team doctor. So they're going to be there checking players in from day one at physical and being part of the team all the way through the end, making sure that our players get the best health possible. So not only are they a proud partner of ours, but they're also making sure that our players stay healthy. Complete Care, all of our players can go to Complete Care for any of their daily checkup needs. So we got 2 wonderful medical partners to make sure that our players get great health coverage. They're also going to have a part of the deal with South Texas Spine and Surgical Hospital is ambulance service. So the ambulance is going to be at our games. It's going to be all one nice, neat package. And then we're going to have some trainers through all that too. So that's pretty much a complete medical program that we have for the players down here. So if anybody ever wanted to know whether or not our players are being taken care of, the answer is yes. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to introduce you to South Texas Spine and Surgical Hospital and tell them thank you for being part of the Toros.
At South Texas Spine and Surgical Hospital, we're not just a hospital. We're a community-driven, physician-owned institution with a passion for innovation in healthcare. We're consistently ranked among the top hospitals nationwide for patient satisfaction and clinical effectiveness by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Our specially trained staff brings extensive expertise in orthopedic, spine, and pain management procedures, ensuring you receive the highest quality care every step of the way. Your healing begins with us.
When they say award winning in that commercial, they're not joking, man. They have won so many awards and they're in line to win so many more awards. When you say you're one of the top hospitals in the nation, not in San Antonio, not in Texas, in the nation, that is truly, truly, truly saying something that has credit to all the wonderful staff there and all the doctors there that work for that hospital and everybody that just makes that thing tick. So we appreciate you very much. Let's go ahead and get into some Toro talk, producer. First things first, we're local. We live in San Antonio. So we have a bunch of events leading up to kickoff. This is not a complete list. There's other stuff that we got scattered in throughout going to kickoff. But this is where most of our public events are at. So we just had our cheer team. Yes, that's right. We have a cheerleader team. And they were just performing at local high school, so that just happened. April 10th, we're having Toros Spirit Night. We're calling these Friday night parties. Basically, we have food, drinks, live radio shows. We've got partners with Ticket 760, Sports Talk Radio. You've seen some of the interviews on the channel. There's more interviews coming, but Andy Ever does a great job over there. He's always live at these shows. We'll cover where we're going to be at and give some more details on that in the next graphic that comes up. But then right from the 10th, we have 6 days to turn around and get a Fiesta booth set up. 2 days, we're going to be at a Commerce Goes Green event out at Commerce City Park. That's an event that the city of Commerce has been doing for years, and the Toros are going to be part of that. We'll have booths set up there and just trying to support the community. And then we're going to get into May 1st, another Toro Spirit Night. May 1st, Toro Spirit Night. Keep listening for this one. It is going to be our biggest event of the year, producer. It's going to be crazy. Think big party with big people there and lots of fun things to do. It's going to be awesome. Then from that, we're going into Helotes Carnival. Me and producer, little behind the scenes action, we have both worked the Helotes Carnival back in our days before being part of professional football. It's a great event. Tons of people go out there. There's a rodeo out there. There may or may not be some rodeo clowns wearing Toros jersey, fighting actual bulls, Toros, bulls in the arena. What better marriage could there be than seeing a professional rodeo clown fighting a bull in the arena? I'm looking forward to that. We're going to be in the parade and everything. May 7th, we're going to go to some local school health fairs, so that's going to be awesome. May 16th, watch for details on this. We are going to put together a Toros youth camp. Why are we waiting till May 16th, you say? Because all of our coaches will be here implementing offense, implementing strategy. Some of the players will be here because they'll already be reporting for training camp on May 18th. The players will be here coming May 18th. So we're going to do a youth camp when all the coaches are here, already in town. And then, boom, May 24th, Toros home opener against the Tennessee Hornets. Producer, I went through this crazy long schedule.
Yeah.
What event stands out to you?
Oh, man. Well, you mentioned the what was it? The event, the biggest event you're going to have, the May 1st one. I'm looking forward to that. But also, I think Carnival is because of my familiarity with it, the parade, the Carnival itself, with the rodeo there and everything. I think that's going to be a really cool event. If I were to pick any 2 events on here, I would say those would be the ones I would go to. But all these events are going to be great, and I know the Toros will be well represented.
Yeah. Let me ask you, producer, if you can invite one person. I just told you the May 1st event is going to be the biggest event. It's going to be a big party. Keep an eye out for social media. We're going to post all the details so everybody knows it's coming. But if you can invite one person to this event, who would it be? You get to invite anybody on the planet.
Man.
Anybody on the planet. Could be anybody. Doesn't even have to be realistic. You can invite one person.
Anybody, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. I stumped him. All he's got to do is think of a name. All these trick questions I'm throwing out here.
Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman? Okay, I'll make that. Okay.
Troy Aikman.
That's a good one. Going a little bit in more detail into our events, here's the April 10th Spirit Night. Raising Cane's, Southeast Military Drive from 5 to 7. I'm going to tell you that I've already had people basically reach out to me and say, thank you for having an event on the South Side. All the events that former teams in the area did were downtown or north. They never really came to the South Side. Well, we already held an open tryout at Harlandale Independent School District right over here on the South Side, just south of Military Drive, on what is that, Roosevelt?
Yeah.
So right by Stinson Airport. And that was an amazing event. So we're going to have another one here, Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's is a partner of ours. So you'll probably see Raising Cane's feeding the players throughout the year. And you're also going to see Raising Cane's probably in like the VIP sections and in our suite areas serving food. And in the tailgate maybe. You know, they're going to be around all of the Toros events coming up. So if you like Raising Cane's chicken, you know, I told someone the other day that Raising Cane's was a partner with ours. And they go, you mean Cane's? I'm like, well, yeah, it's Cane's, but it's called Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's. Yeah.
And then they're like, the one with the good dipping sauce? And I'm like, yeah, the one with the good dipping sauce. That's exactly right. You got the right place. So,
everybody knows them for the sauce.
we're going to be out here on Southeast Military Drive. That is going to be a crazy packed event. We're expecting a couple hundred people to be there, to be perfectly honest with you. Every one of our events that we've held have been to that 100 and 150 people range. There's a lot of stuff going on over on Southeast Military Drive on April 10th. With some other stuff going on. So we really expect to see a whole bunch of people here. You're going to be able to buy swag. You're going to be able to buy tickets. You're going to be able to invest in the team. We'll talk more about investing in the team here in a minute. And one of the coolest things, you ready for this, producer? This is as puro San Antonio as it gets, dude. At Raising Cane's, you will be able to get your hands on.
Let's see it. There it is.
The first ever San Antonio Toros Fiesta Medal, baby. Raising Cane's, April 10th. Come get your Fiesta medal. It's Fiesta season. It's Puro Fiesta in San Antonio. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody knows why we're doing this. Everybody knows we want pro football in San Antonio. Everybody knows how much we've supported and loved pro football in San Antonio. And pro football teams in the past have done Fiesta medals. So are we. And I'm going to be honest with you. I never collected Fiesta medals my whole life until my football team started having them. And so it was a nice marrying of a great San Antonio tradition and football, which is what we love and do here on Toro Talk. So, producer, have you purchased your Fiesta medal?
Not yet, but I will soon. Maybe it'll be on April 10th.
Oh, so, nice way to play it in there. Okay,
yeah, very nice looking medal.
Okay, I like that. Speaking of Fiesta medals. This is one of our shameless plugs of the day. Tickets are on sale. And let me tell you, man, $10 to get into a football stadium on a Saturday night at 7 p.m. and watch a football game is an absolute steal. You can't buy Saturday night tickets to a movie theater for $10.
Oh, yeah.
Last time I went to a movie on a Saturday night was $12 a seat.
Yeah.
Right? It's crazy. And then we're going to make sure to have affordable food options in there. So you'll be able to bring a family of 4 to the game for $40. You'll be able to spend a few more dollars, get some food and drinks, and just watch professional football. You guys have all seen the players we're signing. If not, I invite you to follow us on social medias. We also have our website, cofltoros.com. There's a link on there. You can just click on the little drop bar, say see roster. There's a little roster deal there for training camp roster. You can see all the players we signed. You can Google them. But also, if you look at our social medias, every one of the players have been posted, and then there's like a little bio on each one of them, so you can learn about the players and stuff too. Not to mention, we're gonna have full player roster breakdown and player. We've already had a bunch of player interviews. There are gonna be more coming, and the other team that is joining us on this podcast will talk more football analytical stuff. So that's gonna be awesome. But get your tickets, man. $10. Producer, I'm going to ask you a legitimate question, and I know I'm going to stump you, and you're going to sit there, and you're going to hem-haw, and you're going to take forever to answer the question. What better value could you get for $10?
Easy question.
$10.
Not much. I don't think there is a better value. Where else can you see a football game for that price? Where else can you take your family? And I mean, you can't even get hardly a plate of food at a restaurant for $10. So where else can you do something where you're going to have a family event? You're going to be able to take your family and pay that per ticket to get in. You're not going to find it.
Yeah.
So great deal.
COFLToros.com. We also have all inclusive tickets. They're $45 a piece, but that comes with beer and food. I mean, dude, well, beer and food, and it's not one beer. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, there's more than one beer. All right, so you do the math. It's a great price, a great ticket.
That'll pay for itself.
Keep asking, why? Why are you doing it? Why aren't you doing? Because our only goal, like we've always said, is just to have professional football in San Antonio. That's it. That's the only goal.
Give people a good time.
Look, if the beer people would give me the beer for free, I would give the beer away for free. I'm just being honest with you.
That would create a more rowdy crowd.
Yeah. Oh, with the limit. With
Yeah.
the extent. But anyways, those are upcoming events. Watch her on social media. It's going to be awesome. Wanted to get into something. You've seen it on social. It's linked to our website. Go to our website. Click on Become an Owner. Anybody can do it, and it takes literally like 6 minutes. So whenever someone goes on WeFunder and they follow the team, the team gets a little alert. Hey, someone followed you on WeFunder. Then when the person decides to invest, it says, hey, this person invested in WeFunder. I had someone today invest $300. I got a little message at like 12:07. By 12:11, they were already done, and they reserved their ownership with San Antonio Toros. So it's really, really, really a cool thing. And the way it works is you come in and you're buying equity in the team. The team gets appraised, and then whatever appraise is at, you get a higher return on your equity investment. Okay, we don't know what the appraisal is going to be because it hasn't been done yet. It's like your house. You could guess what your appraisal is going to be, but until an actual professional appraiser comes and opens doors and checks your appliances and looks at the interior of the house and white gloves it, so to speak, you don't really know what that number is going to be, but we can guess. But we're really looking at maybe a 4 to 6 times return on your investment, right? And so it's like you put in $100, we're going to give you $400, $500, or $600 in stock back. They do the math. Someone invested $3,000, right? If we get our maximum market cap of $3 million that we're thinking we're going to hit, and they put in $3,000, they're going to get $18,000 in stock back. So literally within a month of us operating, there's an opportunity for them to get 6 times their money.
Yeah.
That's the difference between investing now and investing later. That's the difference between investing in something that's a startup and investing in something that's established. You can get in at a much better rate, and you can get a higher return on investment. It's like if you could rewind time and invest in Microsoft, Apple, IBM, Bitcoin, literally when it first got started, if you could have invested in the Dallas Cowboys before Jerry Jones bought them, and turn them into the most valuable sports franchise on the planet, you would make a substantial return on your investment. That's what we're offering for people in the Toros. Producer has invested in the Toros out of his own pocket. Believe it or not, he didn't ask to borrow money from me so that he can invest it. And he's the tightest guy you'll ever meet.
I haven't asked to borrow money yet.
Oh, well, it's early in the day.
Yeah,
Early in the
there
day.
we go.
But here's the other thing. I'm going to leave this up here for a while. And you're like, what is this? What are we talking about here? These are perks. These are investment perks. So you see the different levels there. First thing I want to tell you is every one of these perks is completely customizable. So if you come to me and you follow us on WeFunder and you send me a direct message on Twitter or whatever, however you want to get a hold of us, we're all over the place. The other day they put my personal number on I think it was News 4 San Antonio.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. There's no way the spam callers can find me now. But anyways, there's ways of getting a hold of us. We'll customize these things for you. So like, for instance, you got a $500 investment right there. 2 season tickets, and you get an autographed team football. Like an actual autographed football that will be used in a game autographed, okay? Now, let me tell you, man, I've been going to football games my whole life. This is a perk that I built for myself because trying to get a football with a player's autograph on it through eBay or, the other thing is too, like, you can go through eBay and then you're taking a chance of getting something. Maybe you can get an auction house, but for leagues like ours, there's not stuff on auction houses. So what other option do you have? You basically have to find your nephew, your kid, or some small child, bribe them with a lollipop to go stand in line so that the players will go sign the ball and then get the ball back to you. Or you got to go as a 40-year-old man asking a 25-year-old man to sign something for you so that you can feel like a 15-year-old kid again. Am I right or wrong?
Nah, you're pretty right. That's basically it.
Okay, well, we're saving 40-year-old men dignity. That's what we're doing. If you're a 40-year-old man, 35, 20, whatever age you are, and you want professional football in San Antonio, and you'd like to have a game-used football at the end of the season that's been autographed by a player, hello, here it is. There's your perk. You don't have to do any work for it. You just have. It takes 5 minutes. Go online, create your account, invest. The thing is, too, you'll be able to tell us what player you want it, right? Then think about this: we hit our 5 or 6 times market cap, 4 times market cap, whatever. Not only will you get the football, you're going to get your 2 season tickets to the game, which is already worth $500, right? If we get 6 times 5, we're going to give you $3,000 worth of stock in the team. So then you could sell $500 of stock, right? Pocket $2,500 of stock and completely break even for the season. There's no other way I could explain it to you in a more simple term. You get the tickets, you get the ball, you get to meet the players, you get to be an owner. There's going to be more perks for WeFunder owners. We're going to give you $2,500 worth of stock, and you're going to walk out of there with a complete break-even price at the end of the season. You're not risking anything. The only risk is not investing.
You know what they call that? The epitome of a win-win situation.
Yeah, it's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
The other thing, too, like, let's say you're the type of person that just wants to buy season tickets. You don't want to mess with creating an account on WeFunder. That's fine. You can do that. We have tickets online. But you don't get any of the perks that come along with it. You still get the return on investment, the experience, the fun, the watching team, the professional players. Buy yourself a ball at Walmart and go stand in line with the kids. Maybe you get a player to sign for you. I'm just kidding. Our players are going to sign all kinds of stuff. The difference is being part of the team and owner. You can see all the perks there. I hope you, while we're just here rambling, take the time to read them. We have suites, $2,500 field suite. So not only the suites, you can be sitting 2 feet behind the players, have an ice chest full of beer, a plate full of food, have 8 of your best friends inside the suite with you, have a bunch of autographed team memorabilia, and just have a great time and get a return on your investment from the stock while you're sitting on the field. You know, if we go over there and we beat the crap out of that Austin team, we are going to beat the crap out of that Austin team, called the Texas Syndicate. Dude, you're just winning all over the place. You know? I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, who in San Antonio doesn't enjoy one-upping Austin anyway?
Yeah. Austin is weird, and they've embraced that, so no one get mad at me. But I like to be calling that. But anything else, producer, on our events, tickets, or WeFunder before we move on to our most controversial topic of the night in ranking this league, all the logos in the league?
Just you can see all the options there. There's you know, whether it's $100 all the way up to the 20,000, and there's an option for everybody. So you know, no excuse not to do it.
Yeah, anybody can be a team owner. Understand, we have 2 goals. First goal is 50,000, which we're hoping to hit before the season starts. The second goal is another 50,000, so a total of 100,000, and then that spigot's being turned off. We cannot afford to give up huge chunks of our company forever. We have to, you know, this is entry level stuff here. There might be future fundraisers down the road. The cool thing about that is you can even buy future fundraisers at a 20% discounted rate because you're a founding member in this first fundraise. So, like, if in the future the stocks are worth $100 a stock, you can buy them for $80, which means you already made $20. And you can do that just by being one of the first people to invest now. But please reach out to us if you got any questions on that. We got educational video online, cofltoros.com. There's a video there. You can watch that. There's a link to the WeFunder. And there's a contact us there where you can ask any questions you want to ask. And we monitor that very closely. Producer, I'm going to have me a cold drink while we say thanks to our other very valuable partner in this beautiful football endeavor we're doing here in San Antonio, Complete Care.
When it comes to performance, one thing is true. You can't do your best unless you're feeling your best. Whether you're crushing it in the classroom to ace a test or pushing hard for that extra point, you have no time for downtime. So if you get sidelined by sickness or injury, just remember complete care. We have 3 convenient San Antonio locations, and we're open 24/7 to diagnose and treat you quickly. With X-ray, CAT scan, ultrasound, and on-site lab, we'll get you back in the game. Know where to go. Complete care.
Complete. We're a complete football team, and we got complete healthcare providers helping us down here in San Antonio. Now, I've done a lot of the talking. This next segment is 100% producer. Now, you guys know that I'm going to call him on anything ridiculous that he says.
Which probably will happen a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've seen.
That's
I've
what
seen the
everybody's
ranking.
here for.
I've seen the ranking, and I'm gonna tell you, this guy does not know how to rank logo.
I think it's right on par.
We're gonna pop them up.
All right, there we go. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's start at number 8 and
All
work
right.
our way to number 1. Everybody gets to see what they're ranked right now.
All right.
But the Cincinnati Dukes rank number 8.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Well, first of all, in regards to the name and the logo is very, it's just so basic. There's not much to it. I just don't think it looks good. It's just one solid color. And then the name, Dukes. So it's what is that, like a British, somebody that would be high up in British, in their hierarchy, or anyway, I just don't really care for it.
What does a Duke got to do with Cincinnati?
That's what I'm wondering. How does that even? It's a British thing, so
Now,
it doesn't make sense.
they would not be the number 8 on my ranking if I was doing this, because that's a straight up, clean, simple, to the point logo with no AI in it. Okay, so that would immediately jump AI logos for me.
Okay, well, I'm not against simplicity, but it's got to look good. I don't think it. I think it's too basic.
All right, talk to me about the Texas Syndicate.
Well, first of all, let's just start with it's based in Austin, so that's going to knock it down.
Actually, they're based in Pflugerville.
Okay, well, let's say the Austin market.
Yeah,
They're close
Austin
to it.
Light.
Second of all, Syndicate, and then the logo there with the masked man. I have question marks about that logo and where it came from, what it means, and
It's a bandit, right?
I guess so. I think the Bandits would have been a better name. Syndicate. I wouldn't have used that name for a team.
Yeah.
So I just don't like it. The majority of the logo is just the name. I just don't care
There's a
for it.
football on it. No bonus points for having a football at the top.
Any bonus points they get, they lose for being in that market.
All right. Number 6, you got the Indianapolis Capitals. I'm going to tell you, that C is way too low on your ranking. That is a beautiful, beautiful logo. But tell me why you got the Caps at 6 there.
Well, okay, so some positives. I'm going to start to give some positives here about the logos, what I like about them. I think that they have a very nice logo. It honors their tradition and their older logo very well. However, I think it's a little bit more colorful. I like the way the star looks on it. Still, I guess, low because, once again, extremely simple. However, I jump it ahead because I think it's a nicer looking logo that honors history.
Yeah, the Caps are a legacy team, meaning they played in the original iteration of the Continental Football League. So, trivia question. The last time the Capitals and the Toros played each other, who won the game?
Oh, man.
See, he didn't know I was going to give him something.
No, I'm going to guess the Toros. No? Caps?
Capitals
Caps
won.
Okay.
Capitals won in overtime on a very controversial call by the ref that I read in the history books. If there would have been instant replay, then would have got overturned, and the Toros would have won. I'm just saying, we're going to get you back, Caps. All right, number 5,
All right.
the Michigan Arrows.
Well, I think the logo looks really, really good. I think all the I'm gonna start off and say the majority of the logos here I think all look good. From 6 on, I like them all. So I don't really have anything too negative to
Or
say
7
about it.
and 8, dude. Go. That's brutal.
Exactly. I think it's a really neat logo. It looks good. The arrowhead honors the team really well. I think that with the A there as well, and then the state of Michigan being in there at the bottom, I actually think it's a really good looking logo. I just think the other logos ahead of it are better looking.
Yeah. And if you look real close at the feather, and if you get a chance to zoom all the way in on that logo, I do not have the technical expertise to do that for you here. But that's the upper little sliver piece of Michigan, too. So you got the state outlined in the leaf, and then you got the little extra Michigan piece up in there. So it's great, and it honors their past, right? It's pretty good. So number 4, the Ohio Valley Ironman.
Yeah, once again, another team that honors the past with its logo, and I think it's a really nice looking logo. Of course, the history with Ohio and well, not just the whole Rust Belt area. That whole area, I just think it honors that really well.
Yeah.
I think it looks great. Nothing more to say about it. It's just a great looking logo.
Legacy team used to be called the Wheeling Ironman. Now the Ohio Valley Ironman. Ohio Valley is like in 4 or 5 different states.
I know they're not in
Yeah.
Ohio,
Yeah.
but just
Yeah.
they're still part of that whole area.
It's kind of like the Texas Syndicate. They're trying to be regional, as
Yeah.
opposed to other teams like San Antonio. That we only care about Poodle San Antonio. We don't give a damn about being regional. Anyways, now you're getting into the top 3 logos.
Top three.
Talk to me about the Fort Worth Braves.
So these next 3, I've had a hard time deciding what order to put them in. That's a gorgeous logo. Easily could be number 1. The feathers, detail in it, looks great. The horse looks good. Once again, honoring, I guess the history of the team and Native Americans, and just think it's a beautiful logo. I like the colors in it, everything about it.
Yeah, you can see the bottom of the neck on the horse is the shape of Texas. You got a little Texas down there.
Yeah.
And then you got the arrows up there paying homage. We could definitely not use the original logo for this team. But we did pay homage to the history there. And just so you guys know, the Toros logo, the Fort Worth logo, the Michigan Arrows logo, and the Cincinnati Caps logo were all logos that were done in-house by our boy, our VP of Operations for United Football Media, and the CMO for the San Antonio Toros, and he runs a bunch of the socials and websites and stuff for the league, so he's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. He made all those logos, so he did a phenomenal job.
Ace does a great job.
Let's go on to number 2 and be ready to be heavily criticized, because this is the best logo in.
Okay.
So this is the best logo in maybe all of sports, in my opinion.
So I once again 1, 2, and 3 could all put them all at number 1 for one reason or another. But I didn't want to sound like a homer and just put the Toros number 1 just to do it. But
if that's how you honestly feel, it's not called being a homer.
So what I love about the Toros logo, just some of the hidden features of it. First of all, it's a great looking bull, but some of the hidden features in it there, the T at the bottom, the Alamo built into the top, it just beautiful. The colors of it, the black, the red, the white. It's a great looking logo, and I love that it honors not only San Antonio, but one of the most historical buildings in the world with the Alamo as well.
Yeah, and a little bit tidbit information. We got a program from 1975, and in these old programs, not only would they list the players, the coaches, and they would have spotlights on everybody, they would list even the hand signals for the referee. So they would tell you what each hand signal meant. So you could be in the stadium, and if a referee threw a certain hand signal, you could look at this program and know what they're calling. But it also listed the team colors in there, right? So the team colors that you see us rocking with the red, the black, and the white are all the original colors. And then obviously, you talked about incorporating San Antonio. We did not. We bought the San Antonio Toros. Okay, we bought the history, bought the legacy, we bought everything. We bought the franchise. We own it, and it's pretty crazy to think about it. But we kept it as true as we could. And don't worry, folks. The original historical legacy logo, we have plans for it. But also, we needed to come into the future too, which is why we got our word script, our T, and our bullhead. Which the bullhead's amazing. And like I said, Ace made this thing from scratch. I saw the very first idea he came up with, and then I saw this final product, and it was just amazing. So, let's get on to number one. And before you tell me anything, start off defending why you have a logo that was ran through an AI enhancer, because it's not the logo, the original logo. They said make this logo look metallic, and then they put it through AI just to kind of give it some extra look. How do you put that logo number one?
Well, okay, so whether it's ran through AI or not,
it's obvious that the Braves logo. If you're going to tell me you're not going to put the Toros number one because you don't want to be a homer, even though the Toros are paying your bills, you could at least put the Braves logo number one, because that's obviously a better logo than the Tall City Black Gold. I'm just saying.
Like I said, I could have put those top three, any of them number one. The reason I picked this one, number one, the colors. The black and the gold, I think, are probably the best colors. I think that looks aesthetically the most pleasing.
Better than red and black?
I love the black and the gold.
Green and white?
So that's one thing. You've got the letters in there, the T and the C for Tall City. You've got the nice. It's simple in a way.
The Toros got the T for in the nose.
It's simple in a way, but yet it's still it's a beautiful logo. Maybe AI did it. If AI did it, so what? It still looks good. It's got that light effect on it. It just it just looks beautiful. I think it's a great looking logo.
You're crazy. Tell us in the comments how wrong producer was. Please. I don't ask for you guys to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff like everybody always, like all the other podcasters do. But please, share, subscribe. But if you do anything,
I wouldn't expect anything else.
Tell us in the comments.
Give it hate. Let me know what you think
on how terrible.
I want to hear other people's rankings. That's what I want. In comments, I want people to rank the logos, how they would put them.
That's way too much to put in a comment. Just tell us why number one should not be there. Okay? How about that?
All right, so if I would have put the Braves number one, you would have been good with that?
Yeah, I totally would have given you way less crap. For sure. In a heartbeat.
All right.
Look, I'm not going to lie. The Braves, if I wasn't a team president and managing partner of the San Antonio Toros, and if I didn't live in San Antonio, because those all factor into the decision. If I was like just some dude that lived in like Washington State, and I saw the two logos, I probably would go with the Braves logo. But it's also because I know for a fact they put a little bit more work into it than they did the Toros logo. It's got some 3D aspects of it. It's got some shading in there and all that.
It's great.
It's a great logo.
Yeah,
but also the arrows and the caps, I like those too. You know, realistically,
I like all of them except for
the
Cincinnati Dukes.
Look, dude, don't be hating on them, bro. The Dukes logo is not the worst logo on this graphic. Okay, I promise you.
All right.
Promise you. But
I almost asked, but I didn't. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, don't make me say it on here.
All right.
But you can definitely tell it's one of the AI logos, so we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
All right, man.
All right.
And I'm not even an AI snob. You know, some people like just hate AI and hate. No, I'm good with it. I'm not judging you because it's AI. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that the traditional logos. Look, you ever seen an NFL team with an AI logo on their helmet? No,
they're probably all. Well, first of all,
they're all cartoon.
They're all. Many of the logos are old, but Like the Cowboys have been a star forever. The
what I'm saying.
49ers, but any of the newer ones
But they're
are
cartoon.
probably
They're like cartoon
they're
type logos.
but they're probably AI. You know, there was probably some AI influence on some of the updated logos. I guarantee it.
But it's still the 2D type traditional cartoon logo. You know, it's just the way to go, man. If you get too much stuff going on in there, it's just too much.
Too much stuff like never mind. I'm not going to go into
All right.
it. But yeah,
Anyways, that's our ranking.
agree.
That's our show. Thanks for joining us. Comment below. Tell us how wrong producer actually was so that I can win this argument.
or how right I was.
Absolutely not. Nobody is that foolhardy.
Yeah.
With that being said, stay tuned. There's going to be tons of stuff coming to this channel. This is the official home of the official podcast for your San Antonio Toros, Toro Talk. And we're going to get out of here like we always do with a good old Vamos Toros, baby. Let's go.